Right. And this is Ultraviolet Grasslands, episode 9. Whew, 9.
I
Great.
sure haven't seen much grass yet.
Yeah. It all gets eaten by your donkeys. Um, Heath, you were not here last time, right?
I was not here
You
last
were not here
time.
last time. But we
I
assume you're with the
mean,
caravan as usual.
I was asleep in the caravan,
You
uh,
were off doing important bean related business.
yes,
right?
right. Counting beans.
Plotting my bean empire.
So we got Phaedra, we got Modon, we got Aderon. Last time we were in the last Sarai, hanging out with some princes, hanging out with some satraps, hanging out with some rainbow landers. Everyone's having a good time. Let's see, what do I have? There was some weird dreams. We figured out Boko Diamante is a yellow lander. Not sure exactly what his deal was, but we saw a satrap go into a little booth and explode. Um, got a
That
job.
seems not recommended.
Yeah, not recommended. Got a job from some other satraps. He went to the embassy. There's a so you had sold some odd fruits from the uh,
Porcelain
Porcelain
Citadel.
Citadel for quite an amazing profit. Um, and the reason for that is the trail between the Citadel and the Sarai is plagued by vomes. Everyone is afraid to travel that trail, making things that are made in the Citadel, like those fruits, are very expensive in the Sarai. You have a plan about that, which you're enacting right now. You also got a job from the satraps. You um, went to their embassy and offered some services, and they're like, shit like this happens. That's cool. But we heard that these princes have this cool silver goo. We want some of that too. It's a little bit of an arms race with them. So you got a job to go get some silver goo from the silver goo place, and you didn't want to go the dangerous way. So we went up and around north.
We went to Potsherd Crater.
Yeah. Um,
So I
yeah.
take it in my week of absence, we still did not go to the Porcelain Citadel and warn them that vomes were probably bypassing all
Oh,
the
we did.
security.
We did that.
We
Yeah.
did.
Okay, we did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We went to the Porcelain Citadel. Yeah, in the like previously, we went to the Porcelain Citadel. We warned them.
Mm-hmm.
I met with the contact that we got the we given
Oh,
the
okay,
silver
okay,
goo
okay.
to the first time and warned him, and it's like, oh, what? And he's like, well, we will take that under advisement, which is, exactly what a person infected by undercover vomes would
Yeah,
say.
and they did verify that Farfallon had returned to the Citadel at one point, but then went back to the Violet City. So that's cool. That's an awesome thing to happen. Yeah, so you're at the Poucher crater now. You went off and looked at a big silver orb that it was sealed, but is probably openable with some poems later on. Um, Wrestled with some bat lions, and yeah,
Oh, and we also went
yeah,
fishing for pottery.
went to the quarry. Got some pottery on. And I think that's where we left things. Let me see. We get that over here. Um, there is one thing at the quarry as well, if you want to double fist it. Um, Also, there's it's kind of like overgrown with thorny edible vines that you can harvest. Um, you can harvest a sack per day per person. You've already spent some time harvesting
I
porcelain.
think we spent a day getting 200 cash worth
Yeah,
of pottery,
yeah.
but
The sanguine
what's
porcelain.
the sanguine porcelain?
Yeah.
How much is this? How much are the vines worth?
Probably like 50 a sack. So not as good, but also counts as food. So it's 6 of 1.
Also counts as food, and interesting. We can get like one sack per person.
Yeah, yeah. You can harvest a sack per day per person if you want. If you want to add another day on that.
I
Um,
guess another 150 cash if we wanted to do that.
yeah. You're plus 6 days right now, so that would put you to another full week of travel.
Okay.
And that would probably travel between here and the Lime
And the Citadel.
Steps, or the Citadel. Yeah,
And here to the Citadel.
yeah, to the Citadel. Which um, it's a trip. um, cool. Anything else that you remember that I forgot? Those are my hastily scrawled.
The at the Chromium Dome, it did seem like it would be openable, and Phaedrid couldn't figure out how to open it, but he saw the signs and he thinks he knows what spell would do it, but he doesn't know the spell.
Yeah.
And we also don't know what's in there. It could be,
It could be bad.
it could be a monster, or it could be like something worth a lot of money. Who knows?
Could be an exotic undiscovered bean.
Any number of things. Oh, and you did get paid for your beans. The contact did come back, and you sold a bunch for a bunch of money. So, well done, bean guy. Yeah. So that's where you are now. Do you all want to spend an extra day harvesting some stuff in the get some vines?
I'd be okay with it, but if folks want to move on, I would be okay with that too.
Modan's always down for whatever. He's new to this whole caravanning thing. It's just along for the experience, the journey.
I mean, I think Aderon would think that it is wise to bring on more food.
Cool.
Okay.
We will add one
Add a day,
for you.
and I will add 3 sacks of what do we call these?
These are thorny edible vines. And there's some giant poison toads there that croaking, harassing you the whole time with their noise, but they're skittish and they not aggressive. They plop into the water if you approach them, so there's no danger from them. If you wanted to hunt them, I guess you could, but they're just a noisy boys right now.
So Aderon will attempt to learn their protocols.
It's mostly croaking.
Aderon will reshape their voice to make the proper frog croaks, and also sort of, reshape their body a little bit to be a little more hunched over, and try and establish communication. Now, Aderon's not assuming they're going to be good at conversation. Aderon's just trying to understand the protocol of interacting with
Of
them.
course. You know what? Give me a charisma roll. Let's see what we get.
Charisma. Oh wow. Let's see. Where's my roller? Right there. Okay. It's a D20. And my charisma's 0, I believe. So
Yeah. A 20. Yeah. Cool. I think that means not only are you able to imitate them, but I think since you're there all day harvesting, you do actually get to figure out what the croaks mean.
okay.
Most of the croaks, you can tell like the way they approach and splash away and all that stuff. Most of the croaks either mean, hey, there's food over here. These big things are going to eat us, get away, or let's fuck.
Okay.
And I think through your croaking, you've actually attracted a little cadre of toads to follow you around.
That's impressive.
That's not going to take a slot or anything. I will.
I was going to say, does he now have a cadre of toads as a pet?
Yeah, you have toad groupies. If you want to take one as a pet, you totally could with a 20. But you got toads following you around.
Toads seem to be a theme for Aderon for some reason. So yes, he will actually take a small toad.
Yeah. Add what is it? Grotesque poisonous toad as a pet. And actually starts out at level 2, so hoorah.
Higher than me.
I had a pet briefly till it turned out to be a vome.
Oh yeah, and take a 20 experience for that. That was a
okay.
good move. I think that plus is not going to do you good because the level is calculated by the number in there. Just do the math and see what that is.
Let's see.
That's three.
Let me see.
385.
Where's the?
You should have 530 altogether with that 20.
Should I? Okay. Yeah, no, I knew the plus wasn't. I was just sort of keeping a separate track, but that was the point. So you said 530?
530 altogether, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Getting close to level 2. Oh, and if you have used Hero Dice, I think everyone's going to have Hero Dice equal to their level at this point. So good time all around.
I'm sorry, I spaced out there for a sec. Could you repeat that?
I think everyone is going to have Hero Dice up to their level right now, so I think you should be good.
Excellent.
Is
Great.
Okay, well.
Which gives you 1 right now. Cool. Let's do this. Do you feel good about traveling now? Anything else you want to do at the crater?
Let's travel.
All right. Cool. We are into our first week of Violet Month.
Favorite month. I love Violet.
Okay, so let me.
Violet Month is hard and wet. So we are going to have some minuses to some rolls because of
Boo.
Boo.
Boo indeed.
Okay, well. Yeah, let me pay supplies and pay our hangers on.
Cool. Spending supplies. Modan, let's get a misfortune roll from you.
Oh no, okay.
Oh yeah. And this is gonna be at a -2 because of the weather.
So that's a D20.
Turned cold and it's
-2?
raining.
Yeah, D20 -2. Oh.
I got a 0.
Oh
Dude,
boy. Okay.
I think the word for that is bad.
Yeah. So this is what happens. You have that bleeding cactus. Is that right?
Yeah, man. It's got this cactus. It bleeds sometimes. It's weird. I don't know what his deal is.
So I think what happens is one morning you wake up and the cactus is gone. But you probably notice after a while because it's not your prized possession or anything. Yeah. But you do a quick scout around for it, and you see that it is actually there's like just off the trail where you are. There's a larger patch of cacti just like it, and it is like it has. You see a little trail dragged across the dirt, almost as if it had dragged itself into the middle of this patch of cactus. And it's just sitting there. What do you do?
But somehow there's something about it where I recognize it as like that one was my cactus.
That is yours. Yeah, it's shaped like a Abraham Lincoln or whatever. But it either dragged itself or more likely someone else dragged it out to the cactus patch, right? Because cactus doesn't really move.
This is like a really boring option, but I kind of just feel like Modan would be like, oh, I guess it found its people. I guess the thing to do would be to let it be with the other cacti, I guess.
All right. Cool. We'll just take that off of your list then.
I never really knew what its deal was, but maybe my fate was to shepherd it home.
Maybe. Or maybe it was trying to lure you into a deadly trap, which
or
you
maybe that as well, you know.
Well,
either way, my charity serves me well.
Great. So that's your misfortune. Yeah, you missed out on taking some damage.
Good choice.
Well done. let me get you something else.
Propensity to be friends with everything pays off.
See what do we got for you here.
I mean, I think I'm letting it happily live its life. Meanwhile, it's going like, damn it! I was hoping he'd come over here so we could all.
Feast
So
time.
we can fucking shake him.
You didn't fall for it. God damn
it. Great. So y'all get back on the road, travel. As you're yeah. As you're heading to the Citadel, it is cold and wet. It just sucks. And you kind of see in the distance on the trail ahead of you, one looks like a lime nomad. You can tell from a distance, they are traveling towards you. They have a long rifle over their shoulder, and nomads don't usually travel alone, but this one is. Do you have any protocol or anything about people approaching you? It's not an uncommon thing. Like this,
I was going to say we pass travelers on the road all the time.
Yeah,
so
this guy's just notable because he's alone.
He's alone.
And
it's unusual.
Yeah.
Also, I do now have the pleasant trait. So I think I most likely am generally the person who greets people because I'm just
you're the greeter.
I'm a charming conversation and easy demeanor. I get people to like me.
Oh, +2 to reaction rolls. Awesome. Great. And so let me actually he was already not bad, but he's gonna be good now. Yeah. So he he approaches the I think he stops as you're approaching and kind of waits for you in the middle of the road and puts up his hand. It's hard to tell whether he's telling you to stop or waving. Modan, how do you greet him?
Hail, fellow traveler. Well met, I hope.
I've had better weeks. The winter's on its way. The roads are getting hard. Hunting's getting worse. I've separated from my own caravan. I assume it was a mistake on their part to leave me.
I'd certainly hope so.
But they are traveling to the crater to retrieve goods to hunker down for the winter. In can I get what I want from you? Let me get a charisma roll from you too. Yeah,
for me.
From you, yeah.
You got it. So that is scroll. So it's at D20 +3.
That's correct.
All right, +3. A 12.
A 12, and that's with the +3.
That is with the +3.
Yeah. He says, we were out gathering supplies to hunker down in the winter for the winter and it looks like he was like about to say something but caught himself, and he just says to get enough supplies for everybody this winter. I know the traveling is hard these days and I don't want to impose, but if you have anything you could spare, it would be a blessing.
At the moment, we're like plenty good on food and stuff, right?
At the moment, we're actually pretty good on supplies. We've got another week to get to the Citadel because we spent we have to clear those seven extra travel days.
Yep.
If no one would object, I feel like this is a trait of Modan that I've accidentally developed when I gave that snooty person my rifle who ended up being an asshole, and then I let the cactus free. Things kind of are just developing in my character. I didn't even know were there. So I sort of feel like if it's cool with everybody else, I'd like to give him my sack of edible
give him a sack of supplies.
Vines.
Oh, your
Of the
second
vines we
thought.
collected. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
you can do that.
those are both, you said food or trade goods.
That's right.
Either
Yep.
one, right?
It's just that as trade goods are worth 50, if we give them a sack of
Mm.
supplies, that's only worth 10.
Oh no, that's a good point. That is a good point. That would make more sense.
I'm okay with giving a lost traveler a sack of supplies.
We can certainly spare you a sack of supplies if that would that help you out.
So much. Yes. My name is Sevenfold Center. Lime Nomad.
I'm Modan. You'll probably soon know my name associated with the Empire of the Bean.
Is that to the
Beans.
west?
Beans are the future, my friend. I am spreading the word about beans. You're gonna want some beans.
I don't get that far west. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Soon
That's
they'll
fine.
be everywhere. They'll be everywhere.
Well, I hope to see you again, and I hope to be able to repay the favor at some point.
Good luck on the road.
We got to watch out for each other out here on these dangerous trails.
Indeed. And if you see my group, tell them you found my body.
Tell them we found your body.
Yes. Make
Fair enough.
As you wish. Any particular detail? Did you just expire? Did you starve? Were you killed?
I'm,
you have wounds?
I'm sure you've seen all sorts of things on the road, so
No preference, though, on your part. You don't care how you
Fair enough.
expired.
What was his name again?
His name was Sevenfold Center.
Like origami.
Yes.
So,
Sevenfold Center, not Centerfold 7.
Correct.
does Aderon have any experience with the protocols of the Lime
The nomads?
nomads? Yes.
I don't, I don't think in particular, unless you've, well, because where do we say you originally came from?
I think I was in the Porcelain Citadel area,
Okay, cool. Then you
but
probably
my
have it
memories have been scrambled, so I
up
don't.
right there. Yeah, there may have been some that like come to trade every once in a while, but that's more like a traders thing. I don't think you
Okay.
have a really good grasp of like who they are yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Great. If folks would like to rest, if you need stuff repaired or refreshed, you have time to do that before the next travel.
I think that might not be a bad idea because I'm still down some life from casting all them spells.
Yeah, so you can recover all missing life, recover one stat that you've lost, or remove one burden.
Quick question regarding, you said when my bean caravan had come in my absence there.
Mhm.
How did that, I'm trying to remember how that was going to relate to the 500 that I owe to Endure 6 body.
Right.
I think we just added that to the caravan. I think we added the proceeds just to the caravan because we weren't sure what your thing was. But if you needed to take care of your debt first, we'll just take that. We'll just take that off of the caravan cash.
Yeah, because I believe that whole thing we had set up was, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought it was enough to pay him back plus a little extra profit.
Yeah.
So we still would have made some profit even after paying off that debt.
Cool. Yeah.
So it's 500.
Yeah. Yep,
okay. I'm just gonna, if we can just retcon that to say that we did that, I'm just going to adjust our cash down.
Cool. And you still got 1,000 cash. No problem.
We do.
You'd fund your own caravan.
So if we rest, we can either heal up all our life, or
heal up all your life, recover one stat, or remove one burden.
Remove one burden. I am going to remove a burden then.
Oh yeah, gotta remember to roll the burdens.
I am removing the fatigued from that radiation ghost, which was several weeks ago because I, the player, forgot about it.
I don't have any burdens, and I'm not down any life or stats, I don't think.
Great.
So, do you have to roll for that, or is it automatically?
Nope, it's just automatic.
Automatic.
Because you didn't like get into a combat or have any like trouble during this.
Right, but we did have the garbled voices from the tower.
Yeah, so you can get rid of that if you want to.
You get rid of that if you want. I'm still plagued by those, but I'm no longer plagued by the radiation from the radiation ghost.
That's good.
And I followed my cactus.
going to move that burden into Mm, I'm going to put that under my traits and skills temporarily.
Oh, interesting. I like that choice.
Because,
Interesting.
yeah, so Aderon, as you know, he was trying to, or they were trying to understand what the voices were saying
Mhm.
and got just a tiny bit of whatever. So Aderon is now going to be studying the garbled voices.
That's fantastic. Actually, then make me a study roll. The roll plus thought.
So,
We want at least a 12.
right. So you said plus thought, right?
Yes.
Okay, plus
Fantastic.
yeah, why it'd be 16 actually,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh, it's a 16. Then
Yeah, because I have a plus 4 on thought.
oh, great. A 16 is still one success. So yeah, give it 1 out of 4, and we'll get you something cool when that comes
Okay,
through.
cool.
That's awesome. I love that. Cool. We did our rest. We're gonna tally those extra days, turn those 7 days into a week, and so we're now in Violet Month 2. And back to the top of the order. If you want to do any camp actions in the wilds, forage, I guess you did a study, so that's good there. Um, yeah,
So I rested.
you're
So
rested, so it would be Modan if you want to forage, you can.
or look for discoveries. Another thing you can do.
I do feel like Modan, he's a curious guy. I'd love to see if there's any discoveries to be had.
Yeah. Let's see what we
Since I
got.
had nothing else to worry about. So that's just a D20, is that right?
That's just a D20.
Looking around, got a 16.
Oh, 16. That is one discovery. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Um, oh, interesting. Okay, great.
I discover a bunch of cactuses following us.
Ew, look. Um, great. That's the wrong one.
We're kind of between. Well, I guess we're still at the. I guess we're still at the. We're kind of like on
Yeah.
the road between the Potsherd and the Citadel,
Yeah,
which.
you're still coming out of the Potsherd craters.
Okay.
Which means that nope, that's Violet City. I don't want that. I do have another discovery for you. Where is it? Potsherd crater. Blam. Um, oh geez, yeah. Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna flip a coin. That's interesting. What for is that one? Two. Okay. Okay. We got the easy one. um cool. And I think this is a discovery where let me get this here. Yeah. This is um some other travelers travel's lighter now, I think, because the weather's getting worse. So only people who are like finishing up business or have important stuff to do are there. And one of the other caravans you run into um, say that they had to make a run for it at one point. Their pack animals had strayed off a little bit, and they had to basically go looking for them. And they let me double check our safety here. Great, yeah, yeah. They found some of their animals just kind of like smashed. Um, there was, and they didn't stick around. They saw that there were these like crab biomech things out there. Unclear if they were vomes or not. It's a few days to the south. Um, that they just took off. They didn't want to mess with them. Yeah, but they're going to try and make do with the animals they have and try and get some more at the Citadel when they get a chance.
Hmm.
So an extra 2 days if you want to check that out, or you can leave that for later and come back to it when you want to.
I would suggest maybe we leave that for later because we are on a little bit of a at this point we are on a little bit of a clock because
Oh yeah,
we needed to get the stuff back to um um the last Sarai by the end of next month, if I remember
I
correctly.
believe that's correct. Yeah, yeah. You get a bonus if you bring it back.
Right.
And that was I think that was Satrap 123 difference at the embassy. Um,
Think so. Oh yeah, I didn't write him down. What was his name again?
I think that was 123 difference. 26 graduate was one that you bought Vidi crystals from. Yeah, that 123 difference was the one at the embassy. Yeah. Um, cool. Is everyone else cool with proceeding then? All right. Yeah. And you can, if you come back this way again, you can go to that one for free or for whatever the cost of days is. Great. So we are in our extra week. Spend supplies for the next week. And who would like to roll the misfortune? Aderon, you want to give it a shot?
Okay. That's
That's a
four.
4.
A 4. Great. Um,
Is this the sort of thing where if we hear it and it's really bad, someone could roll a hero die,
yeah,
or
you totally could.
do we need to roll the hero die first?
No, you can bump it. The what it is, you're coming back into the steps around the Citadel, and just over the course of everything, you get stumble into some nasty glass nettles, and they hit you for 1d4 agility damage. You can spend a hero die, or someone can spend a hero die to bump that up, or you can take some agility damage.
Is that all of us or just Aderon?
I think that's going to be everybody. Yeah,
Okay. I will spend a hero die to bump that 4 up.
awesome. Go for it.
So I'm only bumping it up to a 6, though.
Great. That is the same results. Would you
Did I
like to
say a
bump it up?
6? I meant
There we go. A
that's gonna
12.
it's gonna
Great.
bump that up to a 12.
Fantastic. Just some irritating dust, getting some red eye. Same, you know this area by now. You've been in and out of the Citadel a few times. And so you know to like give yourself an extra wrap around the head every once in a while. And yeah, that'll do you just fine.
Now,
Irritating but not debilitating.
is that something we can interact with? So let's assume that Aderon was wandering away from the caravan, almost walked into these, and Phaedra rescued Aderon
Yeah, I
from.
love that.
Sure, love it.
Yeah,
But
like no, we don't do
Aderon is
that
going
here.
to, yeah, Aderon is going to see if they can pull a few thorns off these.
Ooh, you know what? Give me a dex check.
Yep,
Looking for a 15
15. Well, that's okay. Well,
or agility.
yep,
There you
got
go.
it.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Give yourself some glass nettle. Not thorns because they're
Yeah,
nettles just have little hairs on them. So like
Sh-
grass nettle.
That's little shards.
Uh, I guess it'd be stalks. I guess glass nettle stalks.
thank you.
That way, like a soap.
Yeah, yeah. or yeah, a soap. Yeah, a soap. Ooh, okay. Here is your encounter. Oh boy. Um, I think you are. Let me check the map here. I think this is where that happens. Traveler, there's the map. The grasslands, the grand map. Step of the nomad, porcelain. Great. So on the map, I'll just paste the relevant area here. Oh, that's perfect. That's beautiful. So you're coming from the south, which is the right-hand side there. And so the roads converge. The roads from the Steps of the Lime Nomad, which are like Viola City, Steps of the Lime Nomad, on the second, the northmost branch there, kind of meets up, and there's probably a day, probably 2 days of travel at this point because the weather worth of travel where those two roads meet. And what you come across is another caravan. This this caravan has several wagons drawn by. Let me make a fortune roll. Yeah. Drawn by a couple of what appear to be at first biomechanical horse steeds of some kind. They, you know how like I don't know, like the big black horses that draw Dracula's carriage are like stompy and snorty. Not wild, but like they are intense. There's like a brace of four of those pulling these wagons, two wagons, one after the other, and they have canopies over them, so you can't see what is inside. And they kind of tear ass down the road behind you. You can see them coming in the distance. It's wet. It is it's probably dripping drizzle, cold like sleet, but you can so there's not like a dust cloud behind you, but they are not subtle, not quiet. They're quite loud.
I would recommend we get out of their way because they're definitely traveling faster than we are.
Yeah. And they pass you by and they slow, and the caravan kind of comes around, so the two wagons are like across the trail, basically blocking the trail. Like you can go off the trail to try to go around them. Who knows what they might do?
And they go past us, and then they stop they're ahead of us, and then
they go
block
past
the trail.
you, and then they come around, and like they're waiting.
And they block the path, so they're waiting for us to approach them.
They're waiting for you to approach them.
And these were like weird, stompy biomechanical horses.
Yeah. Which not completely
unheard of, but
weird, but
we are now on that section of the dangerous road from the Porcelain Citadel to the Last Sarai. I'm a little leery of people using biomechanical animals at the moment. I might make the suggestion that we might try to leave the trail and go around them. That's my suggestion.
Yeah. Go around them, or at the very least, if not
that, or like just
go away from them and
go away. That's true. We could like go away from them for a little while and like hope they leave.
I think as you're kind of having this discussion, the door of one of the of the rear carriage opens, and a someone who's clearly a lime nomad steps out.
Yeah, Aderon is going to move towards them
Hmm.
because they're obviously faster than us.
Yeah, yeah.
And Aderon is going to shift form to at least be similar to a Lime Nomad,
Mm-hmm.
but with a token of like the Porcelain Citadel in just cultural object.
Fantastic.
And yeah,
And the nomad closes the door behind him. It's a little bit unusual for a lime nomad to be traveling like in a carriage like this. They usually are riding on their animals or walking along with them. And I think because you approach them, you can see that there were other people in the carriage as well. He is holding it together. Actually, let me get a reaction roll from you. A d20 plus your charisma.
my charisma is just 0.
Fantastic.
You want me to make the roll? Sorry.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yep.
Was not tracking on that.
You're good.
Okay. Middling.
13, middling. Yeah, so they are like visibly keeping themselves together. Like they
I'd say I'm gonna be a ways off, but I think I'm gonna dismount and I'm going to follow Aderon just so I can also hear the conversation.
yeah. Just as a point of idle curiosity, since Apate is not active, who has that gun?
Has the gun?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not Aderon.
And it could be Apate, and we can produce it at an
I was
appropriate.
going to say, I mean, yeah, I mean, Apate is still with us, so I think
Yeah.
it would. I think she still has the gun.
Cool.
And I feel
Um,
like as well, like once I see Aderon heading up there, that me knowing that I have the pleasantness and people like me, that I feel like I would, well, if we're going to approach, I mean, I'll approach with him.
Yeah.
The same with Phaedra to kind of, be part of it, see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, just going to go up because we know Aderon's a bit more. Aderon's got a certain level of, shall we say, naivete when it comes to how things work around here. So
Yep.
being there to step in if need be.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this lime nomad, clearly just barely holding it together. And as Phaedrid and Modan approach, clearly, they look like they're modified at first. They are showing strong signs of early vome infection. And he kind of like looks at Aderon as you approach. He says, "You're new. What's your name, friend?" "What's your name?"
This is highly irregular.
I'd say. How'd you hook up with these two?
I would say that it was random chance.
Hmm. I've learned there's no such thing as chance here. Modan, Phaedrid.
Oh, is this someone we know?
No, you've never seen them before in your life.
Pardon, how is it you know our name is Traveler and I don't know yours?
We all know yours.
Have you heard of my beans?
I think that actually throws him for a second. And you can see like a beach ball spinning for a second.
Look, I know they're getting all the rage. If you want in on some of the beans, I can have some delivered to you. I'm here to spread.
He takes a
word of
step
the bean.
forward It says, "Do you have any beans? Do you have do you have any beans with you?"
No, no, they've been selling out so fast. I'm having to do special orders.
And you see the beach ball spinning again for a second. We came from the Violet City, and we brought you a new kind of bean. Would you like to see them?
I whisper, I think that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, me too.
These
How do
look
we,
these.
how do we
I
get out
think
of this politely?
And he holds out his hand, and you can see like little tendrils kind of like coming out of his palm, and like they look like they're trying to like. He's like, "I bet I could make these turn into something that looks like beans if I wanted to.
So,
Just doing my best right now."
sounds like these are recently infected vomish people, and they're not quite fully in control.
Mm-hmm.
Aderon is going to walk forward and look down at the tendrils in the hand, and then Aderon is going to reach into a little pocket and say, "Oh, I wonder if these might be useful," and sprinkle some um uh sorry, brain is not functioning. Sprinkle. Come on, come on. Sorry. Some glass nettle stalks into their palm.
Great. And I think like he did not expect you to approach him, and he kind of like grasps at them, and you can, whoa, it you can like see the redness spreading on his hand and down his wrist. And I think his other hand, he goes to grab your like your forearm. Do you let him?
I think I will
Um,
shut out. Don't let him touch you.
right. No, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage extra special movement. So I am going to like move my hand out of the way while partly reshaping it so that I just sort of melt out of his range and
Cool.
then move back.
Um, I'm going to make an attack roll and give you a bonus for
Yep.
that. I'm going to need a 14. I got a 3. Great. He's not good at this part. And like, even if you hadn't done that, I think his grasping is a little bit out of control. And he's like staring at his fists and saying, "You 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you all need to come with us. We have news."
Is it possible that, and Aderon is slowly backing up, is it possible that you could give us the news without?
I was going to say we're in shouting distance. What's the news?
Would you like us to give you the news?
Oh, that news.
So actually, Aderon's going to try something. Aderon is going to repeat the two words that they learned from the green
From the
monolith.
toads?
No, from the green monolith.
Oh, from the green monolith. Oh, shit. Yeah.
I just want to see if they react.
Do you remember what they were? I wrote them
Well,
down.
I know I obviously I don't know the actual words, but the two, let's see where I have it written down. Let me
Was
just
it
figure out where I have it
was
written
it
down.
Tower and Song?
No, it was where is it? It might be over here. Hold on a second. Um, Rebuilder and Despair.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they would know those two words.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for an aura roll from you.
I don't have any aura. I only have thought. Okay. Yep, only have thought.
Great. So what happens is that the doors to both coaches open, and about a dozen people get out altogether. Lime nomads, folks from the Violet City, Rainbow Landers. There's even a cat lord, whose vessel is unchanged, but the cat is all like super fucked up and foamed out. And the last person to exit the front carriage,
Is our nemesis.
Parphalon. She is fully foamed out. She's got like her hair is like wires that are like flapping in air. She is, uh, yeah, full board queen going on. Um, and you can see like as they come out, the inside of the carriages are all just like in like the
All in.
carriage itself is infected. Um, and
Okay.
they come out, they have not only their own vomish stuff, some of them are actually carrying weapons of various kinds. And Farfalon just kind of like comes out in front of them and extends her arms and says, "I'm so glad we ran into you before reaching the Citadel."
I think at that, I'm going to attack.
All right. Woohoo.
We are totally outnumbered. This is probably a terrible, terrible, terrible idea.
This is a really bad idea, but let's do it.
Can we say that our NP? I mean, we've got some NPCs on our
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
Can we
we,
say
we can definitely have them engage some.
especially what's her name? Especially what's her name with the Agatha's character, Apate.
Apate.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yeah. For Modan's sake, Aderon traded an arm for a really, really dangerous gun. um, cool. I forget how much damage that gun does.
It was 3d8.
3d8
Yeah.
damage for that gun.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Cool. Phaedra is going to attack Modan and Aderon. I think you sense that shit's about to go down. What are you going to be doing at this point?
I have zero combat abilities at all. So I was going to be trying to talk, but it's too late now. So I don't know what the hell I would do in this case. Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. I think I would just hustle it back to the caravan.
Cool.
I don't even have my trap rifle anymore. I've got a dagger, I think.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We should have. That's right. We should have. I forgot you didn't have a weapon. If we would have bought you, can we retcon that we would have bought him another rifle?
Yeah, if you want to say that you bought a rifle or something, we can definitely reckon that.
Retcon that you bought a rifle back in back in the Sarai.
Yeah, to replace the one I gave away to the snotty noble.
Plenty of stuff to be had there.
Would that just be rifle? Is there a special name for it, or just
rifle? Yeah, if you just want to get a regular rifle, to spend probably like 30 cash for it or something.
Cool.
Aderon is going to back up but cover, like, be prepared to protect Phaedrid. And what Aderon's doing, which is going to be a little bit unusual, is, so I had retrieved the bat lion claws because I was just thinking about using them as jewelry in a protocol. But I am going to form my fingers around the bat lion claws so that I have claws now.
Awesome. Love it.
Love it.
And hope that nobody, will get attacked. So there's no hope.
Cool. Phaedra, you got the drop on them because they're kind of just like posing right now.
I'm kind of a one-trick pony because I only have 3 spells, and let the door open by itself isn't really going to help me much here. So, I'm going with my good old tragic missile.
Tragic missile. Great. Um,
And
yeah.
I want to hit Farfallon. I want to hit that dude we were initially talking with,
Mhm.
and like one other. So I am overcharging.
Great, great. One, two, three, four. Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage. Farfallon first, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. What was that? They do it so it does 2d4 damage plus 1 damage for every level, charisma, aura, and thought point of the target.
Great.
So let's go against Farfallon. It does a base of 4.
Great, cool. Sweet.
Against the spokesman, it does another 4 plus the other. And against third random target, who seems to be threatening us, that does 3 plus. Not rolling great.
Great. That's better than nothing. Yeah, they smack into them. I think Farfallon is. I think she looks more offended than anything else. It's like, you, Modan. I thought we had a connection. I wish to strengthen it, but now, Aderon, you're going to attack with those claws?
Teal, you're muted.
I really don't want to.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just going to serve as a shield for Phaedra at this point.
Cool.
Looks dangerous, but because I don't have combat training, I don't know what I'm doing.
In
So I will have
case,
the protocol of intense standing.
Great.
I will attempt, based on what she just said, and now I will attempt to kind of like something. Whoa, everybody, calm down. Wait, Farfallon. Doesn't have to be like this. You have to understand that Phaedrid, he has a built-in auto defenses when he feels threatened. Things. It's, you understand. Caravanning is a dangerous thing, and he's good for the caravan. When danger presents itself, sometimes missiles come out, and it's okay. But look, it doesn't have to be like this. Pull, let us through. We let you go. Nobody has to get hurt. We have history together. Let's just go our separate ways. Keep exploring.
History. You missed how bloodthirsty Apate was last time. Can you just roll 3d8 for me?
Who, me?
Yeah. Just
3d8?
Yeah, 3d8.
Who's it? Oh, Apate. Is it what, the caravan people?
Apate was, that was another player character that was with us for a few weeks.
Dig it. 3d8.
She's a lawyer.
Total of 11.
Woohoo.
Zap.
Let's see. That will do.
So Apate has a radiation beam gun from long ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So like as you're doing that, I think she comes up like behind and to the side of you and just so it looks like a 1950s ray gun, and she kind of like
cool.
It's got like a pull crank on the back, like pull it back, and when you pull it back, it like heats up and then just like makes this like whining scream. And
sweet.
I'm imagining like the sound effect from I'm imagining the sound effect from original series Star Trek when a phaser shoots.
Yeah, like a disruptor, basically.
Oh, disruptor, yeah. Like it.
Because two of them just melt completely.
Oh my God.
One of them, one of the ones that Phaedrid hit with a missile, and another one that had like a rifle that was coming to bear, just like Mars attacks, just like everything goes away, bones fall down.
Holy!
It's a bad time for them. Yeah, Farfallon is like, what the fuck? And I think let's see, I think she's just gonna be like fucking get them. One,
I
two,
will.
three, four, five, six, seven. I think 7 of them charge you, and 2 are shooting. So that's gonna happen. Let's roll for initiative.
This may be a TPK, my friends, because
we'll figure out how to do it.
I don't think we're going to be able to outrun them.
Yeah, I didn't really see any way for us to fight a caravan of a dozen Vome.
Fortunately, they're all level 1 vomes, so that's.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that a show of force would make them would scare them off, but
They are literally single-minded. Great. Can I just get one of you, whoever has the highest dexterity, roll a d6 and add your dex or agility?
That is not me. That is not me.
I have a +1. Does anybody have better?
Where is Dex?
Agility.
It's agility.
No, agility.
Agility,
No,
right.
I have a 1.
Cool.
Okay, either one of us.
I got a 0, so someone else should roll that.
Go for it.
You want me to go for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
20.
sorry, d6.
Oh, much
Oh,
less
damn
exciting.
it.
Although, you know what? I'm going to take that roll. We'll scale it down to
We'll
a
just
y'all have another thing to do before they're running at you. So you all have a thing that you can do before they get to you and start tearing into you.
so the one that I hit the first time is now melted by the radiation ray.
Yep.
The other one that I hit
is limp, like more limping towards you, and Farfla
Okay.
is not looking great. But yeah, she's just like, get them after these.
Again, I don't have a lot of variety, and I don't really have any other weapons, so I'm doing that again.
And fast.
Don't matter for variety. All that matters is does it work?
Cool. Any particular targets? There's 2 with,
I want to hit.
and the rest are charging.
Yeah, I want to hit. I want to hit Farfallon again because she seems to be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit the guy I hit the last time, and then one of the ones is charging.
Cool. Let's see that damage.
So against Farfallon, we do 6 plus.
Let's yeah, okay, great. So the missiles, what happens when you kill something with a missile to their soul brain?
So I was imagining, he casts the spell and like puts his hands on his head, and like like where the third eye would open, and then 3 rays, just 3 like scintillating like orange rays hit out, and they specifically they hit their targets in their heads as well, because this is sort of like a combination mental and physical effect. And I think what happens when a humanoid gets hit with one of these, I think they pause, and they look upward as these like weird, bizarre, terrible, horrible images like go through their mind. And I think that kind of like shorts out their, and I think it like partially shorts out some of their synapses.
Great. Sweet.
So I think if someone gets killed by that, they'll like, and then just kind of like fall to the floor.
Cool. Let's get the damage for the other 2 before I describe what happens.
The next one was 3 plus whatever, and the 4th one was 6 plus whatever.
Wow. Cool. You take those 2 out as well. 3 shots, 3 kills. Yeah, so Farfallon goes down twitching, and her eyes are just wide in disbelief that you would do this. How rude. I thought we were friends. Like as she's like shuddering and shaking and just like why would you do this? This is so beautiful, this gift I have for you. The other 2 just die. Modon, can I get that damage roll from you again? 3d8.
You got it. 1 second. 3d8. Pew! 14.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that I think like she fires at a clump of them. The middle one melts, and the other two are like their arms get taken off, and still they persist. Aderon, what about you? Do you
So what Aderon is going to do is uh, prepare themselves for attack, and then make some grunting toad noises and call their toad forward. And the
fantastic?
toad and I are going to charge them so that they stay away from Phaedron.
I love it. Make an attack roll, which is going to be a d20 plus strength.
Okay. Um, I assume the toad attacks separately.
We'll have them all go at once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. We do that. Okay. One.
Ooh, that's bad.
Aderon is not very good at physical
Not
fighting.
good at the fighty thing.
Would you like to use or someone use a fate die on that?
I will. I would be happy to use one of my hero dice on that.
Yeah, because that's going to be super bad.
I only rolled a 2, so that brings it up to a 3.
That's better than a 1.
Okay, I mean, I've got a hero die, so I could add mine too.
Yeah, I mean,
Also
I
that
don't
certainly
think they're
could.
going to bring it up with
I
another.
don't think that's going to bring it up to a
Yeah.
hit, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
not a critical
Got
failure.
it off of a crit. That's the important.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Great. So I think what happened. How many toads do you think you have following you?
I was just guessing one, but we could, I don't know.
I think you had like I think that entourage is still kind of how.
I
okay,
was going
so
to
the
say,
whole-
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we just roll like a D4 or something?
I think they just swarm one of them.
Oh, okay.
So one is like incapacitated, but they're not they're busy with the frogs instead of with you
Gotcha.
or Phaedrid. And you know what? I'm gonna give let's see, 1, 2, 3. Can someone just roll me 3d6?
I'll do it. 3d6. There we go. A 4, 1, and a 5. If you were summing that, that would be 10.
Fantastic. I think I mean, you do have a gorilla on your side.
I was going to say that's true. We've got our accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your accountant is level 1, but still a gorilla. And I think, Anana's kind of like looks out like wherever he was, like takes off his visor and glasses and just like leaps on one of the ones that was charging and just like pulls their arms off and like beats them to death with it. Brains and brawn. And Zerso, your soil twined barefoot Greenlander, also like looks. That's the one that wanted to wrestle you last time, Aderon.
Right.
I think he's just like fucking finally. I think he's just wrestling one of the other ones. Which leaves one available to attack somebody. Let me see who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Phaedrid because you're in front.
Phaedron's not in front. Phaedron's behind.
Oh, Phaedrid. So it's
people.
gonna be Aderon then, yeah. Great. But that's just gonna be an attack roll, and your defense is doom 11. Cool. What are you doing with your body as you're getting attacked?
Yeah, so I mean, Aderon is definitely going to be shifting their body to move as much as possible out of the line of attack.
Okay.
And the way I understand Aderon is, because I've put some thought into this, but Aderon's got a core which is fixed and actually a machine.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of Aderon is made up of a flexible matter, sort of like a plastic rubber sort of matter with actually with nanites in it. And the nanites are the things that allow it to reshape. So as long as something doesn't hit Aderon's core, Aderon has some ability to sort of move the shape of their form.
And I think it is kind of tearing at your form, but you like it is it's not able to get a hold of you. You
Okay.
can tell like after like it's kind of got you and kind of trying to get a hold on you and it really can't. Um, and this is no, I think you melted the cat. No, oh no, the cat is back there shooting. Um, and I think you can like kind of see in its eyes that it's trying to figure out what the deal is. Um, it's trying to figure you out, I think. Um, two of them take shots.
What determines what order we go in?
Um, all one side, all the other side.
Side.
Yeah. And so technically it should be everyone's rolling the things and we go in that order, but fuck that.
Because, like, since we determined I do have a rifle, I suppose I would be
Oh
using
yeah, would you like to take a shot with that?
Oh yeah, take a shot.
Go for it.
it. Now that it's not just a dagger. And that's just a D20?
Just a D20. Yep.
D20. Do you add your do you add your
That's
agility
your
to
agility.
ranged?
Yeah. Agility
Yeah,
plus skill.
yeah,
Uh,
if you've got skill at riflery.
I am. Oh, no.
I think since
Well,
you're a traveler, that
Yeah,
could
traveler
Oh, yeah.
includes rifles.
dagger and rifle.
Yeah.
So that'll be +4 for you, I guess.
Skilled 3 and then 1 agility?
Yep.
Is that what you're going? Sure.
And who are you shooting at?
Whoever's closest to somebody, one of our guys. Like whoever's the most
That's
the
either
most
going to be
danger.
the
One of the
that's
ones just
grappling
shooting at us because
Aderon
they're
or the
also
one
at
that's
range.
covered with frogs.
What'd you say, Mark?
The one that's grappling Aderon or the one that's covered with frogs.
Well, and off in the
Toads.
distance, there are a couple who have rifles.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I guess I'll it's a tough call. I guess I'll go rifle against rifle. I'll take out rifleman number 1.
Cool. Make your roll.
17.
17. That will definitely do it. Roll your damage. I think it's a D8.
Just straight up D8?
Yeah.
4.
4. Great. Yeah, you land a solid shot. Where did you want to hit them?
I mean, I feel like I'm always going for a headshot, man.
Yeah. I think you nail them like right in the forehead, and like they're like
Son of a bitch.
The two of them raise their rifles. One is a ballistic rifle, and the other one is some sort of weird energy, electricity blue stuff that lashes out. They're actually shooting at the one with a really nasty gun, and they both miss. Bad time for them.
I mean, fair. That other gun's way scarier than mine.
Yeah, that other gun's.
Yep.
Great. Back to y'all. What would you like to do?
Well, the combatants have gotten pretty close to me at this point. Also, I'm really running out of life points to fuel my magic. So I think it's time to, I raise my walking stick that I've been, with my left hand, I raise my walking stick. With my right hand, I grab the handle. I separate them to reveal that it's actually a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the two at this point it's just the two that were shooting at us, and there's two.
There's one on Aderon and one covered with toads.
One covered with toads. I'm going to I think the one that Aderon is fighting is closest to me because Aderon said that that they were going to defend me. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go attack that guy. I'm going to attack that bone infected human with my sword.
Great. I don't think we needed to hit roll since he's occupied with Aderon, so just roll damage.
Oh, perfect. What is my damage?
I think that's a D6.
Gentleman's sword cane is whopping D6 damage. That's doing a whopping 3 points of damage. Melee is not my forte.
Great. Aderon, how are you dealing with the guy that's on you that just got sliced up, but he's still coming?
So we're sort of in grappling range,
Yeah.
and Aderon is going to keep flowing their body just to make things complicated for the other person, but then try and from behind just sort of rake their back with
Awesome.
the lion claws.
Again, I don't think there's a to hit roll since you are grappling. I think that's just gonna be a D4 damage. It's an improvised weapon there.
D4. Okay. Oops. No. Hold on a second. Oh, D4. There we go. Yay!
Ooh, yes. You know what? That's fucking close enough. I think like you rake him like off of you. Like he's so foamed out, like instead of just like raking his back, like the claws catch on something and you're able to like pull him off and throw him down.
Okay.
He's technically still up. He's gonna take a round to get his shit together. You will be able to take him out if you want to next round. The one with the toads has stomped a bunch of your toads and is now free, though.
I was going to say, did he get exposed to the poison? Because it said they were poisonous toads.
Oh yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I'm
they're
stretching
poisonous
here.
toads.
No, I love it. They are poisonous toads.
That was part of the point. Also, they're second level, by the way.
Oh, that's right. They're second level toads. So it only got half the toads, I think. Yeah, I think they did get got by poison. So they're slowed down. And they're still occupied by the toads. But we do have the two rifles coming at you. Neither of which hit. I don't think that's a move before. Yeah, yep.
Got my rifle coming at them.
Yeah, boy, they suck. Oh yeah, sorry. You go first before the riflemen come.
Pew pew pew. Oh, that's only a 9.
Aye. A 9 will not do it, unfortunately.
I will
throw a
give you
hero-
a hero die.
How close?
Oh,
Is
that's
it would a
right,
hero
you have
die?
two hero
Would a hero
dice.
die bump it up?
Yeah. Bump it up. Smoke me if you got him.
Yeah, exactly. I still haven't used either of mine.
Oh, that's right. I need to roll, don't I? Not paying attention. And that's a D6.
Yep.
That
Other
bumps
four.
up to a 13, which I believe is a hit. Roll your damage. D8.
2.
2. You know,
One.
I think that is going to get him though. So there's just a 1 with the rifle left. I get like they're focusing fire on Apate, but doing a real shit job of it.
Can
Real bad
Apate
job.
return fire?
Yep. Yeah, I think this combat is over. I think between the disintegrator and y'all, the rifleman's out. Everyone else is kind of torn up. There's the one with 1 hit point left. If you want to do something besides kill them, but if you want to kill them, you are welcome to.
So, Aderon is actually going to enfold them and pin them.
Mhm.
Just, I mean, I've been touching them anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
not
Can I get an endurance roll from you?
sure. Let's see. That's a D20.
Yeah, it'll be D20 plus your endurance.
Yeah.
Yep. And my endurance is 1, so 4.
Okay. Noted.
Not great.
Yeah, they've scratched you up pretty bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool, but you've got him pinned. What would you all like to do?
I think we should probably ask him some. Well, one thing big picture with this guy, I think we should ask him some questions to see if we can figure out from him like where they've been, what their plans were, how many others that they brought enlightenment to in the various places, who, and if he knows who in the Porcelain Citadel is infected.
Who wants to do that questioning? This is gonna be a thought roll, or this is gonna be charisma or thought. I'll take whichever one you think is.
Will my pleasant trait give me a bonus on that?
You know what? If you're extracting information from someone under this condition, I think we're past pleasant.
I was
So
gonna
I
say
have
with
good-
my Would
Yeah.
my marketing skills help?
Let's. I think this is going to be a thought roll.
Yeah, and I have a
Um,
It'd be a
good
thought
thought.
roll.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's have Aderon make that
Let's
roll.
have Outeron do that.
Um, so what Aderon is going to do is Aderon is going to shift into diplomatic
Hmm.
communication style, and Aderon is going to start. Um, Aderon is going to indicate that I have found myself very dissatisfied with the current state of my life, and I have heard that there are possibly other ways of conducting life. Do you know of any such?
Make your thought roll.
Okay. So that's an 8.
Mm. Um, they're just kind of like hissing and scratching. They are.
Okay.
I don't think they're verbal right now. They're super messed up and kind of feral. Clearly,
Gotcha.
they're like clearly a like from their dress, they are a upper class person from the Violet City.
Mm,
They're someone like maybe someone who was in business or government, um, but like not just like some scrub they pulled off the street. Like this person was clearly targeted.
right.
Are they? If they are, could I try to use magic on them? I've got my orange dream spell.
Oh,
They are clearly hostile, but I
mhm.
could get close enough to whisper in their ear. And
Definitely
again,
can.
what I want to ask them to do is to, you know, basically, like kind of like what I said, like basically tell, tell us this information that we were at, tell us this information that we want.
Yeah, go for it. Tell me.
So I'm gonna cast, that's an overcharged level 1 spell. This is gonna cost me 2 life. Uh you know how in a lot of you know how like in
Whew.
you know how like in like a lot of cartoons when the wizard is like casting spells and she like sweat's pouring down and clearly they're spending like their own like life energy to cast this. Like
Mhm,
Phaedron's
mhm.
looking
Yeah,
not
you're looking pretty
great right
rough,
now because
man.
he's thrown a lot of magic out there.
Yeah.
But he's throwing orange, but he is casting Orange Dream and whispers into this person's ear, and asks in a very calm and in a very reassuring manner. We need to know who in the Porcelain Citadel has heard your gospel and has taken that taken the I don't use infestation, but that's I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
who's like who you
Who's been
have
infected?
who you've brought into your fold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um,
And since they have hive minds, I'm guessing that this person is going to know.
yeah. Yeah. So I think what they say, say mother has not, mother said, mother did not mention infecting anybody at the Citadel, but was quite eager to. I think once our truth was revealed, there would be no uh, safety for us. The defenses are quite thorough, but with a group, we may be able to overcome some.
Are there are there more of your faithful back in Violet City, or did you all travel together?
All of Mother's children were here, and you murdered us all. You destroyed something beautiful,
Well,
but
beauty is in
I
the eye
don't
of the
think we're
beholder.
done yet. And I think his eyes go to Aderon.
I have been contemplating, it is true. I
There's still
wonder.
time. Mother lives in us all.
So am I aware of any alien nanites in my system?
I don't think you're aware of them.
Not yet, at least.
And for like full transparency, vomish infection is not like immediately fatal or irreversible. There are treatments you can pay for to manage. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for now, I'm stepping out of character here.
Yeah.
We've captured a prisoner. I think Phaedrid like really hates vomes, and I don't think I mean I don't if I was totally playing my character, I would say, Phaedrid would probably just want to like now that we've got the info out of this guy, he's clearly incredibly dangerous to like everybody. Phaedrid would want to just kill him. At the same time,
I think a
we've got a
magazine are
prisoner.
100% like the quote I wrote down for magazine was, "I will do anything to kill a Vome," and Apate was bloodthirsty to start with. So
Okay,
if you want to dispatch this thing, you may.
I the player am okay with that, but I mean I don't want to. I mean, and I'm not. I don't see like murdering prisoners as one of our lines or veils, but
Yeah.
that is something that is often so out of character. I just want to like toss this to the other players. Are we okay with that? If we're not okay, we'll figure out something else. And I'm going to toss that to everyone else. I, the player, am okay with it, but I can understand why people wouldn't want to be. So
Yeah, the rest of the caravan is also on board if that's what you want.
I'm fine with it. I think Modon's kind of neither here nor there. He's, obviously always tries to make peace, but I don't think he sees this as this is a complicated situation where like he would not disagree with that. He would not necessarily be enthusiastic about, yeah, let's kill him. He'd be like, whatever you all think is.
And I think he's because you've got him in the orange dream. As long as you keep him in the orange dream, I don't think he's going to be attacking anyone. Like I think you can keep him subdued to some extent
for as long as I keep the spell up, but I can't keep the spell up. But I can't keep the spell up forever.
True, you will have to sleep at some point.
And I think once we get the information, once we get what information we can out of him, and that is at this point, they haven't spread their, this infection seems to have been contained, which is good.
There's still the horses.
Well, there's still the horses.
And
which I consider
the carriages themselves are also super infected. In fact, like you can see, like the reins of the horses and stuff are like actually like cables and stuff that come from the body of the carriages and like plug into the horses.
Okay, yeah, I think we're. I think we're going to. Yeah, I think we're going to probably want to dispatch the horses and maybe light the whole shooting match on fire.
Well, and we do have the gun.
Oh yeah, the big disintegrator.
That might be the quickest way to solve.
That might be the quickest way to get rid of this stuff.
But before that happens, Aderon wants to search the bodies to see if there are any information sources on some of the bodies, because some of the bodies are high caste people. So
right.
Aderon would be interested in any clues about who they were.
Interesting.
I'm already infected, so I can touch things.
And I also was interested in like again at like sword point. I'll like put my using my walking stick. I might like poke through a few things, see if there's anything that does not appear to be infected that could be valuable here.
Yeah. Let's see. Get that. You can definitely grab their two rifles. One was a regular rifle and one was a scavenger bolter. That's a D10 damage one if you want to swap out. Or sell it.
My regular rifle for that.
Scavenger bolter. That's a good one.
And that was like the energy weapon. It takes batteries instead of bullets, right?
Oh. Is there any downside to that against a regular rifle?
No, just does more damage, and I mean
more damage, and the ammo. I imagine the ammo is a little more expensive.
Yeah, I mean if you're shooting like a, I don't know, something that's affected by bullets and not energy for whatever reason, that would be it. But I don't know what that
was.
Would
it
be.
A scavenger bolter?
A scavenger bolter.
In that case, I guess I'll like put my rifle back into the caravan goods.
Put it in the
to be
caravan.
sold or whatever.
And they, there's a half dozen like assorted simple melee weapons. I don't want to enumerate them all, but they're all like axes and
Right.
sticks and whatnot.
So are any of them heirloom weapons?
Oh, you know what? No, because a lot of them got melted.
Just checking.
Yeah, that's a good question though. I think let me get this guy for you. I think the one who was clearly somebody. Um, fantastic. Um, yeah, that's great. I think there's actually a business card. And
Okay.
business card reads, let me let's see who that is going to be. The business card reads Juna, Jeuna, Odd, Od, Yedeni, Yedeni. As far as you can tell, they are probably a Yellowlander, probably maybe like a traveling saffron salesman.
Is this someone I would have had a business connection with, or?
It's possible. Businessmen all look the same, so it's hard to tell.
Okay, I don't know. I'm like looking at the card. I was like, do I know this guy?
Yeah, I think that's up to you. Yeah, probably like a well-to-do salesman. Probably like maybe not a salesman themselves, but like an importer exporter. Like since they were in Violet City, they probably had some connections. They people brought them stuff and they sold it there, or they sold it to people who sold it.
Got it.
But yeah, some Violet City businessman from the Yellowlands, relatively well-to-do, well-dressed, even though they're bored out.
Got it. They have a coin purse.
You know what? Yeah, they sure do. Say there's 100 cash in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that in. I'll put that in the caravan cash.
Yeah. And I think, yeah. So like from what he tells you from your various proddings, Farfallon had been like went to the Citadel, was like, I'm gonna lay low here for a little bit, try and figure out what to do. Traveled around, got to the Violet City, spent some time there, recruiting people as discreetly as possible, and then they were like, "Cool, now we're gonna like, we've got a someone with like purse strings right now. We can buy some shit. We're gonna hook up some sweet horses, and we're just gonna storm the Citadel." Foolish. They would have been incinerated immediately, probably. But
we got them first.
Yeah, you got them first. Great. I think, to be fair, I think once it was clear that the humans were being just slaughtered, I think the horses and carriage just bolted off into the, like, you can chase after them if you want to, like if you're determined to go get them. But I think they were just like, nope, we should leave because we are
Got
horses.
it. Well, I mean, if they're all part of the same hive mind, that would
Exactly.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll just probably tell this. I mean, do we want to chase after them? I don't know if we necessarily want whatever treasure that might have been in there, because it's probably
Yeah.
a lot of it's probably pretty. Let's just say I would not eat any supplies that they had.
Fair. Yes, absolutely. Cool, but we can dispatch the last guy. I think everyone's going to get 130 experience from this whole endeavor, from like the information you got and discovering new things and dealing with a problem. a big problem.
130, you said?
130, yeah. And you can probably scavenge like another like 50 cash of odds and ends that aren't
Just
infected.
added experience to Aderon by accident.
Oops.
I have now undone it, put Aderon back to where he was.
Yeah, except that I don't know.
He said,
I'm just gonna say like I'm just gonna say like another sack of. I'm just gonna say like another one sack salvage equipment.
Yeah.
50.
Trinkets. Yeah.
"Hey, I'm level 3 now. What is that?"
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
Level 2 is 750. Yeah, that's getting there, getting close. Cool. The dust settles, there's bone bodies everywhere. All of I mean, except for Aderon, who got a little bit of scraping. Y'all came out pretty good. Minus a few toads.
I'm amazing.
Yeah, they were all level. There was just a lot of them. They were all level 1, and you had backup. So that could have gone very poorly, but
Could have gone poorly, but we had we have like another 4 NPCs that
Yeah.
are with us
Yeah,
that we were
like
able to bring into the fight.
everyone off screen just bum rushed. Yeah, and the disruptor is the radiation gun is.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
radiation
the
gun
disruptor
is.
I think that
Well, I would suggest again taking care because these are vomes after all. I think we should drag the bodies like off the road and like make a funeral pyre to burn them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Stop this
I think like
infection
as you're
quickly.
having that conversation, like it is still like it's gray and cold and sleet's coming down. This mess was like in a muddy, messy melee, and yeah, it was a bad scene. But yeah, you are
We
travelers.
can.
You can light a
I was gonna
fire.
say we're travelers. We can. We're travelers. We have magic. We have like minor. We have like minor magitech.
Yeah. You
Like
got lighters.
supplies isn't just food. That's other stuff.
Yeah.
Like we got lighters. We've got
Yeah.
we've got fire starters. So we can
Yeah, so that's not a problem.
we can gather up enough stuff that'll burn, and we can
Yeah.
like burn the bodies because I don't want this. I don't want this infection to. I don't want scavengers to come in and and eat them and become infected themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. There's no rest to be had.
No.
Unfortunately.
I think now it's can I and I think after this I think we should like resume our trip to the Citadel, resume our trip to Porcelain Citadel.
Yeah, because you're very close. Cool. Yeah, let's we'll have you pull into the Citadel. Let's take 8 minutes, a little break, and then we'll wrap it up at the Citadel.
Sounds good.
Cool. So Modan is now an expert traveler.
Oh, and also, so my max life automatically went up, but does my current life stay where it is?
If
Or
you're,
does it go up to 16 as
it
well?
should also go up 4. Yeah.
All right, so I'll do that manually. And then my hero, it says hero dice goes up by 1 as well.
Your max hero dice goes up by 1.
Oh, max, but not current.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So we make it to the Porcelain Citadel. Porcelain Citadel. Great.
We've all been here before. And yeah, I think Phaedrid's feeling like
pretty rough.
Phaedrid's feeling pretty rough and feels like he needs like to stay in some decent accommodations. So maybe he'll rent the nice room he rented last time he was here.
Nice. That was that 100?
I think he said that was 100 a week.
100 a week to earn respect from the princes.
That sounds about right.
I feel like Modon's, that's what I'm accustomed to now, because we always get nice rooms. Besides, my bean empire brought in profit. That's gonna just keep bringing in more. We gotta set up some more bean deliveries, man.
So I think we've got some stuff we want to sell.
Yeah. What do you got?
So we got a sack of sanguine pottery. The base price is 200. So I think the way that works is we could sell it at that for we could sell at that price with no roll, or we can try to make a roll to make it to sell it for more. Is that how it works?
Yeah. And doing that, like that's like a week worth of like wheeling and dealing.
It's like a week worth of wheeling dealing. Got it.
All right, let me double check that.
Well, the other thing is we also bought 4 sacks of Vidi crystals, again cheap, back at the Sarai, and I think those are worth 500.
Yeah, let me check the price on those.
Now, when we do the wheeling dealing, is that like per commodity we're trying to do that, or can we try to do, or would a week let us do it for all of them?
I think a week will let you make a roll for each one.
A roll for each one. Okay, cool. So I think that's what. So I mean, I think we need some time to like rest and recuperate and whatnot before we continue our quest. So if it's okay with the rest of you, I think Phaedron's going to deal with the. I think Phaedron's going to attempt to do the wheeling and dealing.
Cool. Yeah, Vidi crystals were 500 base price.
Okay, I think we bought them for half that.
Mm-hmm. I believe you did.
I got 4 sacks of them. I'm going to try to. So yeah, I think I'm going to spend a week. So what I want to try to sell, we've got 1 sack of sanguine pottery. We've got a sack of trinkets. And we've got we've got the edible vines. And mainly we've got the Vidi crystals. That's really the one that if we can get the price up, it would really be profitable.
Yep. Cool. Make some rolls.
Okay, so let's do Vidi crystals first because hey, why not? Let's see here. So that's gonna be my charisma plus you said my advertising engineer. So I'm skilled
5.
at that, which is a +3, and I'm 2 for charisma. So that is going to be at a +4.
+5, right?
+5, excuse me. Rolled a 17 on the die.
Ooh, so that is good. Ooh, and which ones are those for?
That was for the good ones. That was for the Vidi crystals.
Great. Those are going for 1,500
each.
Yep, 1,500 a sack. The interesting note is that this might almost be too good. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to skip town soon. So I think the you can sell them for 1,500 each, and there will be some pressure on
some
you.
blowback.
Yeah. Or you can sell them for 500 each, and it's totally cool. Up to y'all.
Well, I mean, that's
it's a lot of money.
If we get it, that's 6,000 cash if we sell 4 at 1,500 each.
And we're gonna be splitting town anyway.
We are going to be splitting town soon anyway. So I'm going to take that deal.
Cool.
And you know what, everyone? Everyone just take 5. Like, I'm going to take like one of those 1,500. I'm just going to that's. Everyone just take 500 for yourself. Everyone also take 500 for yourself.
Nice.
It's going to be 72.94.
Party time.
The rest of you can carouse if you would like, or look for discoveries, or do market research, do some studying, do some homework, nerds.
One other thing I was reading about leveling up and stuff, and I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Leveling up pets and leveling up items to be your hallmarks, those all just are literally just, you would just spend experience there instead of putting it into.
Yeah.
So it's just places you can allocate, and they level up at the same experience numbers and all that stuff.
One of the finer points that I think is not evident in this system is that characters don't get experience points. Players get experience points. So if you were to lose your character, you would retain your experience points, and you could invest in a new character.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a neat thing. Yeah, so you as a player are the one getting the experience points.
And yeah, so you could put it into your character, your pet, or your
Your
Yeah,
pet,
an
your
item if
items,
you want
that
it to
kind of
be
yeah.
stuff.
If you wanted to be a
your
polybody, you could
special
level up each
item.
body separately if you wanted to. Yeah.
And what I just glanced at it. What's Hallmark is basically like your signature
Yeah.
item or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
And then you
he's
get
known for his rifle or whatever.
exactly. Yeah. Like it would be named and probably have some special powers. And yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't looked 100% into those, but it's cool.
So, let's see what else. I've got some other stuff, other commodities. I was looking to other commodities we were looking to sell. I've got one sack of indigo ivory. I think we were going to try to sell. That has a base price of 500. I'm going to attempt to. I'm going to attempt to talk up the price on this one since I'm taking a week to do some wheeling and dealing.
Might as well.
What were you saying about studying, Mark? Are you talking about how like you can
Yeah. So if
get
you
traits by that thing or something
exactly,
different?
exactly. That is that's on page 4. If you where is it here? Yeah, basically there's a study roll you can do. So any character can do it. You can learn new skills from a source if there's one around. Aderon's been picking up
Yeah.
bits here and there. And basically you need 4 successes to get a new trait or skill. And you can get between
Oh,
-1.
I thought you only needed 3, it said, to get to the first level.
I'm pretty sure it's 4. Double check.
Gaining new traits through play.
Yeah.
Oh, there I see. Progress from skilled to expert requires 4 to 6.
Right.
But then that's second level, though. I thought, where did I see that? After tallying 3 successes, your PC is skilled in the
Well,
new
shit.
trait.
I'm totally wrong then. Yeah, then it's 3.
But yeah, you have to make that roll, spend a week and make that roll or whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting. That sounds like a possibly fun way to do some things.
Yeah, so all of Aderon should be out of 3 instead of 4 then. Sorry. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I'll change.
So I got a 9 on my attempt to sell the indigo ivory.
Is that after? Ooh, it is. Great.
That was a total of 9.
Great. You get a fair and reasonable deal. So they sell at
I
base
will
price.
sell it for 500.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes on. Yep, 500. And of course, there's also stuff for sale here. If you,
Oh yeah.
Anyone would like to make any requests or see if there's some weird stuff or want to load up on fruits.
Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to stop pressing my luck here. I think I'm just going to flat out sell the sanguine. I'm going to sell the pottery, I'm going to sell the pottery, the trinkets, and the edible vines just at base value. I'm not going to bother rolling.
No problem.
So that's 2. That's going to be another 400 we get.
Yeah. Aderon, are you interested in contemplating those voices anymore?
Yes. So Aderon has a couple of goals. Their first goal, whichever gender Aderon is at the moment, is to see if there are any temples that are aligned with frogs or toads.
Mm. So there's like a general knowledge kind of interesting. I think that's a great question. Yeah, there are I think with some even naive asking around, it's I think it's well known that there are um, like frog temples of various kinds in the Violet City. Um, like there's a half dozen toad cults. There's a thing that people people do sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, that you know,
Okay, so that's the Violet City. That's not here.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Um, because if there was a frog or toad associated thing here, I would shepherd my frogs to them
mm.
and give them a new home. But it sounds like they have to follow me to the Violet City. So um,
Oh,
the next thing is so Aderon's pretty clear from that last comment that the Vome made that Aderon is now probably going to become a Vome. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
and
much, yeah.
yeah. So Aderon first of all would seek some basic knowledge on what that process is and what ways, if there are any ways to ameliorate that process.
Yeah. I think first I'm gonna need a charisma check.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Aderon
gonna
is
be
not
a
charisma.
like an 11. We're looking for an 11.
Okay. Um, 8.
Would you like to spend a hero die, or
Well, I
have
already spent my hero die.
would someone like
So
to lend you a hero die?
Yeah, I've still got 2 if we need one.
go for it.
Yeah. I'll throw down a hero die. That's a 6, right? A D6.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just need a 3 or better.
4.
Fantastic.
yay. Thank you.
And I think it probably looks like Aderon kind of naively asking around, and Modon probably being like, let's be a little cooler asking about Vohm shit. Because it's a problem around here. Um,
Why is it, Modon, that people seem to respond with so much extra enthusiasm to certain items?
Mm. Everybody has their thing.
ew.
Their
Fears.
thing? What is
That's it.
this thing?
Individual fears, individual excitements, individual kinks. You never know.
So this is something like private protocols, perhaps.
You should always tread gently till you find where someone else stands on an issue before you go deeper.
I shall consider this. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, so I think you get some information.
Okay.
And I think this is mostly because there's like a Rainbow Lander district, like the low, what do they call it? The low houses or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, lowest line.
Low house.
That's where like the like it's not an embassy, but that's where like there's some established contact with the Violet City and the Rainbow Lands.
Or was that the houses of many colors? Because
Oh, Houses of Many
from
Colors.
the
Sorry, the
Rainbow
lowest line is
Lands.
for the prisoners with jobs. Or the volunteers for potential polybodies. Hired help. Very poorly paid, but paid, still paid. Yeah, so Houses of Many Colors. I think I think there are a few Rainbow Landers who kind of find you a charming curiosity, and are willing eventually to share like what they know. And knowledge of Vomes is varied, full of fear and rumor. There's not a lot of like solid science on any of it. um, I think some of them suggest that um, there is some sort of hive mind, but it's not like a universal hive mind. It's kind of like a hierarchical hive mind. And if there's like a queen Vome and a Vome nest, or like a soldier vome that controls other ones. They can kind of like be separated from their hierarchical thing with like strong electromagnetic rays or fields or something. No one's been able to really test this out because it's dangerous as hell. But that's kind of like a rumor that you hear. Um, Another one is that I think you hear like the rumor that you all started kind of reflected back on you, kind of gone through telephone game a few times. That definitely there are like people that look just like you and me who have been infected by vomes who have found a way to hide their malady and integrate with everyone else. And who knows what they're trying to do, but it's you can't trust anyone these days. Um, Someone else suggests that Vome activity nearby might be so high because there is a large Vome nest, probably to the south of here or west of here. If someone dropped a nuke down the Vome hole, like we could take care of this problem once and for all. And everyone kind of like laughs at that. I think like as the evening goes on and people are on their strange radiation fruit wine from the drink of orchards. Um, I think you like get kind of cornered by someone who swears they have a friend back in and they kind of like sheepishly say like back in the Blue Lands, who what got infected as a child, but has been able to sort of like maintain a relatively normal life with like aggressive treatments of like um very biologicals and anti virals and stuff. Just kind of like it's expensive and unpleasant, but like even someone who's been infected their entire life can still like manage. And if I think with that role, I think they, it is evening drink talk time, and I think they kind of maybe you let it slip or they intimate that like you might be asking for a specific reason, and they say if all we get all kinds here. Some people are long way from home, and if you need my help, let me know. And their
I
name,
appreciate this. I
German.
am studying this subject. It seems quite interesting.
I imagine it would be me. I don't want anything to do with it, but everyone's got their own path, I suppose. That's Germina Tergestini, a Blue Lander.
Rena,
So that how long did that take? Like, is anybody else doing a week-long thing? I'm just
This
trying
is,
to
I
figure
think that was part of like the one night during the week.
one.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just trying to figure out because I know studying for a trait thing that like takes a whole week, and I didn't know if we were gonna be spending a whole week here or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
spending a whole week doing the
we're spending a week doing wheeling dealing.
Oh, cool.
So I need to do some healing as well. So I'm looking at the SDM Vastlands guidebook on page. Oh, Jesus, just scrolled right by it. Where was that? There we are. The recovery section on page 62 under the faster recovery. I think I want to pay for one cheap restorative to clear a burden,
Mm.
and then I also want to get a pricey restorative to heal back a bunch of my hit points.
Ooh, give me a charisma roll with your advertising executive bonus.
Oh, okay, so that'll be at +5.
Yeah,
That's a 20.
that's a 20. Great. Yeah, you can get everything up to the full heal treatment, which is quite expensive, but
Yeah, I don't think I need the full heal. I don't need the full. Let's see, full heal treatment. So if I bought the full heal treatment, that would just be like, one shot, and I'd be all back up to full. That'd get rid of my burdens and my hit points.
That will restore all missing life and ability points.
Oh, okay.
I think you'd have to do extra to get a burden.
Do extra for let's.
But that would be
do.
a cheap one would get you a burden.
Yeah, a cheap one would get a burden. I'm gonna do one cheap and one pricey, and let's see where that. So the cheap will automatically clear burden.
Cool.
So that is going to cost me 2d6.
6. And the pricey one will cost you 70. So 76 for both of those.
76 for both of those. Yeah, I will happily pay that. Oh, and let me see how much that heals. It's going to be heals 2d6 life.
The fancy ones can get you new limbs.
Oh, God! I rolled snake eyes. Well, that didn't help very much. Should have done the fancy one.
Somebody sold you snake oil.
Yeah, seriously. 70. Hold on. Let me write that down. 76.
Do you buy that from a wellness influencer?
Yeah, it said his name was Dr. Oz.
You got it from a prince, but it was calibrated to a 5 body, so it only healed 2 points
got
instead
it.
of the 10.
This is just a tablespoon of turmeric.
Yeah, that put me back up to 8. And so the good one was what? What did we say that was?
1d6 times 100.
Times 100. I'll buy one of those.
Cool. And that's just 100.
Only 100. Okay.
Yeah. Restore all missing life and ability points, if that's what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. You can also replace limbs and organs with a chance of increasing abilities.
Thankfully, I'm not. Thankfully, I don't need to replace any of those.
That could have cost him 600.
That could have cost 600. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cool. And this is just buying stuff, so it's not taking any extra.
Just buying. Yeah, it's just buying stuff.
Cool. Modan, did you do something for the week, or are you doing something for the week?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what to do. Mainly, I was thinking about studying for a trait, and traits can be. It doesn't have to be like your path. You can
anything you can
right?
Like find a teacher for. Yeah.
Traveling with Phaedrid has like really got me intrigued about magic. Like,
ooh.
I really want to be able to do something cool and magic-y.
Yeah. So anyone can cast a spell. You don't need a special skill to cast. You just need a spell.
Oh, really? So you don't have to like have a trait to be able to do that or whatever?
Nope. The wizard trait gives you a bonus to it. So if you're a wizard, you get a +3 to it.
Yeah.
But if there's an elaborate thing you can go through to become a real wizard that like reduces your chance of getting blowback and all that stuff. So, but yeah, if you can get your hands on a spell, you can cast that spell.
Is that where, like, for example, under the wizard, there's the Mind Palace, talks about a number of powers?
A spell is a power. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is
powers
what I
are
was referring to.
Yeah. Spell.
I have a special.
I
have a special ability that I can stack powers into my Mind Palace. So
yeah,
even though I got 4 lines there, it's only taken up 1.
Yeah.
I was looking at Mind Palace specifically, maybe to.
But you don't have
also
spells, right? You don't have any.
I don't have any spells, no, but I didn't know how that worked exactly either. I was all
like basically any of those like mental or like any powers you could conceivably put into your mind. They don't have to be spells per se.
Mm-hmm.
You could put that into your Mind Palace.
Yeah, I think each of the paths has something like that. Has that. The fighter one has one where you can carry a number of weapons equal to your level for free.
I can. Mine is small objects.
Yeah, you could friends. You can have a number of your sidekicks.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. I was also very tempted by that.
And that would be something easy to pick up. Or you can, make something up and we can try and find a teacher for you. Or you can ask around and see if anyone has anything cool.
And so like, if I did want to get spells, how would that work?
Great
Exactly.
question. You
Yeah, I
can
was going to ask the same. I was going to
Yeah.
ask the same question, like how does one acquire more spells?
Yeah.
Did
Great
you
question.
just start off with yours, Phaedra? Like, when you
I started off with a couple, and when I leveled up, I just I took some spells as powers,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you
and
can get them from, I mean, I think you can sometimes find them for sale.
Mm.
I'm trying to find where I saw that before. Um,
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't look through the whole book, but I was like scrolling through it. I didn't see where it talked about spells. Definitely not like in character creation or anything.
yeah, they're under powers
Yeah.
in the STM book.
I swear I saw how to get that power, but power
Hold
game.
on, I am now looking as well.
I will do some research and find out if that's something that you want to do. We will get you hooked up. You can
Although I
also
do,
carouse here if you want. That's a thing you could do.
and I was trying to remember what exactly is what is the
That means you
results
spend
of that?
what 1d6 times, I think it's 200 here, but then you get that much experience.
Oh my god!
But
Yeah,
that does explode, so
Yeah, I
it does
remember that's
explode. You
how
got to be careful. I mean,
that's
Favorite
how
ended up
Phaedra.
like in hock to some
Yeah,
bad dudes,
I
but
remember
I got like 3,000 experience points out of it.
when I
yeah.
first
It
met
was
you. You were in some deep
one
shit.
hell of a party.
But you got some money to blow now, so might as well blow it.
I think I'm gonna take I'll take the week cultivating some friends. That
Cool.
seems the most impact, just the easiest and
Most
in line
impactful there. Cool.
what
Give
I
me
do.
that study roll. I think how tell me how you're going about doing that.
I'm already pleasant, so I kind of feel like I start. I'm not carousing, but I'm
You're schmoozing.
socializing.
Yeah.
I'm
And like
socializing.
there's the double Sarai there. So there are caravans coming in and out all the time, both from the violent city, from the satraps, the princes are sending caravans in and out. So there's definitely animal handlers around that you can like get tips from and all that. So I think this is gonna be give me a charisma bonus on your study. D20.
So what am I? Sorry, what am I rolling?
D20 plus your charisma.
Plus my cherries. She's at 3. A 10.
A 10. Well, would you like to spend a hero die to get a little bump on that? Because otherwise, you're not going
Yeah,
to learn
because
anything.
so I guess target's 11, right?
You need at least a 12. Yeah.
At least a 12. Wait.
Yeah.
What
4 to 11, you learn nothing.
Where are you? Oh, I was looking at under gaining traits through play. Is that not the right place?
I'm looking at the GM screen that has that on it. Is there a different place that you're looking?
Well, it says when you find a source, absorb its essence over 1 week of focus, study, meditation, mindset, whatever. Roll to beat a target of 11.
Oh.
A moderate thought roll, and then if you fail, you can try again after a further week of study. If you fail a second time, then the teacher is not suitable for you.
Interesting. Cool. Where is that in the SDS?
That's on page 32.
32, living and growing.
Section growing through play, gaining new traits through play.
Well, look
but I
at
also
that.
don't know, like, is this book more current than your screen, or is your screen more current than the book?
They're, you know what? It's it's a little bit of everything. It's all over the place. Let's go for the better one. Let's go for the 11. So yeah.
I mean, either way, I got to spend a die because I rolled a 10.
Yeah. If you're spending it, you don't need to roll because it's going to be at least a 1.
That's true.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, mark yourself a 1 out of 3 on friends. Learning from folks at the caravanserai.
I'm slowly making friends.
Yes. Yeah, and we're almost time, so let's end the week there, I think. And
Well, I'm not
we'll
done.
come back and see what we're up to at the Citadel and who's trying to hustle you out.
Yeah, I'm not done
That
yet.
place.
We should let me get done.
Sorry?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not done. I
Oh,
have.
what do you got?
Okay, so I am going to I'm I study for a week but also carouse or
Those will
not?
each take your a week basically.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
can okay. Um I'm going to study for a week about the voices from the green monolith
cool.
to
Go ahead and
increase that one,
make an aura roll. Add your aura to that.
right? Okay. 18.
18, fantastic. That will get you a success for sure. Um, yeah, I think, and that's the voices. You can, I think it is to the point where the voices are clearer and more constant in your head, not so like not incapacitating or distracting, but it's just like a constant kind of background radio
Okay.
announcer going there. So you feel like you almost got something happening.
Right. And at least briefly, um, Aderon is going to find a temple,
Mm-hmm.
and so at this point, just to clarify, I have Apata's dreams and
Mm-hmm.
that monolith. I have the garbled voices from the green monolith,
Mm-hmm.
and now I have presumably vomish voices that will be starting to percolate in my brain.
Probably soon. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Aderon is trying to figure out how to center themselves on these what might be somewhat conjoined realities ultimately, although at
Mm.
the moment they're all separate. So Aderon would like to find a temple, if there is such a thing, where they can pray and um, like I won't do anything for it because I spent my week
Right, right.
focusing on the garbled voices, but just I want to understand what my options are for I'm not so much spiritual centering as just more contemplative centering maybe.
Yeah. I think you are directed to Sherd 7 extension, 7 body. They are um, old and noble, a little bit worn, 7 body, and uh, are they have knowledge of like meta rituals, like rituals about rituals that they use to or that I think that the princes used to use to kind of bring all of the minds together into a unity. I think you can. There's not going to be any mechanical effects to this, I think, but I think that's you will get some spiritual guidance from them,
Okay, that sounds good.
and we'll make a note of that for it on. Sweet. Cool. And I will, yeah, figure out why Fader's gonna get hustled out of town next time. Cool. Yeah. It's good. Anything else before we do like stars and wishes? Awesome.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Cool. Yeah, let's start. We'll go that way and start with Teal, stars and wishes.
Um, I I thought that that was a lovely um TPK that got reversed.
Yeah, I was whew, that was rough.
Well, and sometimes you never know how the dice are going to go, and sometimes allowing yourself to enter the discomfort produces very interesting results.
Mhm.
And other times it doesn't. But um, one thing I will say is I still continue to be impressed by how the setting pulls each of us into expressing very interesting characters.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's not just our play, but it's also so I want to give stars to the setting. And then everybody did a great job. So it was very, very satisfying, except for the part where I became a Vome.
Yeah,
Um,
no one's perfect.
You haven't
I
become a
now have
Vome.
a,
You've been infected.
Yeah.
You're not there yet.
well, that's true. But I am being taken down a very interesting spiritual path.
Hmm. Do you have any wishes for next time?
Um, Not specifically. As are you okay with I keep tossing new things at
Yeah,
you. Is that
absolutely.
okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, makes my job easier. So,
Right.
cool. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, stars all around. Yeah, I think big star to like the game, like that massive combat was that was our first big fight of this game. We're like 8
Yeah,
sessions in, and that was the first big fight of the game. And the dice were very much in our favor this time, and we got kind of lucky. Um, but it was a really fun fight. I thought it was really dynamic. We took out an old adversary, and we also removed a threat from the board, which was kind of cool.
yeah,
Her wandering around this area was bad.
yeah.
Um, and now that she's gone, maybe that road between the Citadel and the Sarai isn't quite so bad. We can hope.
Hmm.
We'll find out. We'll find out when we probably go back that way in order to like make deadline for the quests that we've undertaken.
Yeah,
And we still need to get more goop, and hopefully things haven't really advanced too far there.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, just stars all around. Like I really like these are all just really fascinating characters. I'm really enjoying it. Mark, thanks for bringing this world to life and all this like weird ass. It's weird ass shit, but it makes sense in context, and
Mhm.
I think that's the beauty of this setting. Yeah, wishes. Yeah, I I'd like to finish the quest to get more goo and bring it back to the Sarai, and then like continue our journey west.
Margu Quest. Cool.
Finish this, and then like start heading, continue our journey toward Black City.
Fantastic. And Heath.
Yeah, definitely stars all around. Stars having Aderon along. This is the first session that I've played that was more than just me and Phaedra.
Oh
It's
yeah,
been a
yeah.
duo for
Oh
a
yeah,
few
that's right.
episodes. So it's nice
A lot of
to
bike
finally
up.
have another member of the caravan with us to get to know. That was fun. And yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I agree with everybody on the system and the setting in general is just so unique and cool and weird, and yet I know I said this before, but I keep being struck. I don't know. It's weird that even though I know we had a big life endangering fight that might have killed us, in general, it feels like such a just sort of casual meandering pace where you just, it's like, we're just discovering stuff and doing what do you want to do now? Buy some stuff, let's study. And I don't know, it's just like a real fun air where it never feels, I mean, there is dangerous stuff, but it just feels very
Pastoral.
chilling through the, heading down the trails. And so yeah, and then uh, very pleasantly surprised. That battle, I like on the one hand, I was like, we're dead, we're so dead. But also, I didn't really know what else to do. We didn't seem to have much of a choice, So it's kind of like, I guess we'll find out. And so it's kind of pleasant when things go away that you didn't expect. Like, oh hey, look at that, we made it out pretty much unscathed.
Yeah.
Big damn heroes. Yes, that was fun.
That artillery definitely helped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
That
sure.
arm was a very good sacrifice.
Kind of nice that I now have a something slightly upgraded gun. That's fun. It's also, and like I kind of said during, it's fun to discover things about your character that have come out that like weren't intentional to me. I didn't set out going, oh well, Modon's going to be like this kind of guy who does this sort of thing. It just, but in playing, certain patterns have sort of emerged where I'm like, oh, I guess Modon is kind of this sort of dude, and that's fun to discover things rather than make intentional choices that I'm going to be this way or whatever. Yeah. That's fun. And wishes, just more. This is not a bad. It's definitely a good thing. I feel like this game is always there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
At any given time, it's like, which one of these 20 things do we want to do? Mm-hmm. All of them equally viable and interesting. So good problems to have. When I leveled up, it's always a Sophie's choice. Like, oh, what do I want? I want a trait. Do I want a point? Do I want to become expert in something? Do I want to? So that's fun. And then now the additional after reading day of like, oh, I could also invest in my pet or in my weapon or in it's tough, but in a good way. So yeah, just and learning the system more and more, and definitely, like I said, Modon's definitely intrigued by Phaedron's magic. Is like, I want to do some magic. It looks fun. So yeah, just more of the same, and it definitely never gets boring. Love it.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Stars to everyone for doing your things. I think we hit a lot of great stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, you guys are dead. That's too many. But like that's what the dice said. So let's see what happens. Yeah, and like I didn't have any ideas of like what you could do besides fight, but I bet there was some other stuff we could have come up with, but I wouldn't have been able to think of anything. So but yeah, I was like, oh yeah, oh, they're all level 1. Oh no, they're dead. But it was a fun, like a moment of excitement, just like this, like fucking limos full of gangsters showed up with bad time. So it was a good and like a fun like visual of like them coming, and then like the gorilla coming and Apate blasting away with a radiation gun, and kind of like a clash that was larger than just the people who were rolling dice here. That was fun. Yeah, and like I streamlined some stuff, but I didn't fudge. So like that was a clean, fair win. Yeah, so that was really cool to see. Yeah, like I wasn't expecting you to take out Farflon so quickly. I was like, oh, am I gonna have to monologue a little bit? Oh no, that should get no monologues for me. Great, that's good. She's gone. Like we can figure out the plan later on if you want to. You pretty much did. Yeah, I actually had a when I figured out what her deal was, I actually did like a bunch of rolls to like see where she would be going each week. Like, so if you were gonna run into her again at some point randomly, but this was a random encounter that like she's close enough. Let's get her in, and kind of plug that in. So that was super fun. I'm excited to see what happens as your infection progresses and how that gets dealt with, because it's not a death sentence. It's just an interestingness sentence. And maybe a little money sink, who knows. There's the rumors of the Vome Hive is not false. There are definitely like some dungeons you can go into if that's something you want to do. Winter is coming in a week. It's so making good speed. Next month is grueling and freezing. So I'm curious what's going to happen when the 3 months of futile glacial weather comes. And if you like
that's
wind up somewhere cool and just like hang out there for the winter and kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say, like if we go back to, I mean, kind of what I'm thinking is we complete the goo, we do the goo quest here, take the fast road back to the Sarai, and we get there in time to get the bonus, and then we're there for winter.
And that's a
And we
great
could
place to
just
hang out for the winter
we
too.
could just hang out there for 3 months because
There's
then we're under no
so much
real.
stuff to do there.
There's so much stuff to do
It's
just in
ridiculous.
Sarai.
Yeah.
If you gotta wait out the winter, that's a fucking amazing
Wow.
place to do it. So,
And you have a poem to learn.
yeah, and you're right
A
there by the,
poem to learn.
so that's cool. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to force combat. I think I'm curious to see like what other ways combat can be handled in the system. It's really like I keep learning little bits and pieces. The feeling of going through the UVG book and like the SDM book as stuff comes out, like I just realized like it's the same feeling I had as like a 13-year-old finding a copy of the first edition Dungeon Master's Guide, which is a shit show of a book, and just like reading like all these like weird random tables, like, oh, page 3, there's naval combat for some fucking reason. Okay, I don't even know what this game is about, but let's go.
It's ordered alphabetically by topic.
Yeah, it's so fucked, and it's an amazing book, and this gives me the same feeling of like, oh, I didn't even realize that was a thing here.
And I gotta say, Gary Gygax's dungeon mastering, like how to run a table, the advice in this book
Interesting.
is so fucking terrible.
It's interesting.
It is the worst.
Yep.
Don't follow Gygax's advice to run a game because your game will suck.
And to be fair, he was running for tables of like 14 people or something. So,
Yeah, I mean, it tells you it's got instructions on how to run a table of 12 players or more.
yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's yeah.
No, I'm not.
But cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next week on the travel there, and yeah, all good to go. We did 3 weeks of travel, right? Is that right? Or 2 weeks.
We did 2 weeks. This session we did 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We did a week last session. We did the week from the last Sarai to Potsherd Crater, and then we did stuff in Potsherd Crater.
Yeah.
Enough to get another week, and then it's a 2 week road from Sarai to Potsherd, and then when from there, and it's like 1 week from Potsherd to Porcelain Citadel. That's what we did today, but we accumulated 7 days. We did
except that we also spent extra time harvesting the edible vines.
Yeah, that kicked over the extra week.
That's what kicked us over to the extra week.
I think I'm going to start giving XP for just travel, so just like 100 XP per week of travel. So take another 200 XP.
I think we only had 2 misfortune rolls, right?
Yeah. So
an extra 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, extra 200s.
Yeah. So I think that's fun.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna start bringing my pet into play, because I've got Shrubby the Tangle Shrug.
I've got the Beetle Horse too that didn't do shit today.
Fantastic. Cool. That's all I've got. Anything else before we stop recording?
Well, I mean, those 2 extra points put me up to level 2. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
So what do I do with all that?
Yeah. So when you level up, you can either take a new skill. You can improve an existing skill from skilled to expert or expert to master, which gives you a +6 bonus instead of a +3. You can get a new innate power or mutation. Or you can increase an ability score by
bump up one of your stats by 1.
Yeah. So basically, like new trait or something, or bump up a stat.
Okay.
Yeah. So think on that. It can be from one of the many lists available, or it could just be something we make up, and that sounds cool.
Okay. I'll think about that during the week, because it makes sense that it would be something related to my investigation of ancient strange things.
Yeah, there's tons of fun lists in the SDM book, but yeah, we can make up whatever we want. So
okay,
awesome. Cool. I'm gonna stop the recording.
Awesome.
Goodbye, anyone who's listening or watching.